Welcome back to game number 2, Clutch Gamers versus HappyFeet, in a second series of today's action in WCA SEA Qualifiers group stage. CG lost a very devastating game earlier up against Younger Minds with a 2-1 scoreline. Now they're up against HappyFeet. Off to a good start though in the first game. A bit of a back and forth, but ultimately they managed to hit their timings. HappyFeet unable to throw anything against them at that point. Yeah, my name is Dragon Job. Once again, happy to bring you this game and happy to be joined, I think so, anyway, by Mr. V. I think I'm happy about this, I'm not sure.
You could regret it at times, just how I'm sure that HappyFeet, especially Jo, regrets not buying BKB. But, you know, that's just me.
Oh, man.
I just won't let it go at this point. Buy BKB or lose.
Just repeat that long enough until it becomes a meme.
I think they should change BKB so that you can like replenish charges partially. Like you rebuy recipe and it adds like maybe like 3 seconds to all your BKB charges. So like if you're at 5, you go back up to 8. If you're at 10, you go up to 13.
I think 3 seconds are way too good for like what 1.4k gold or something that the recipe costs. I think like 1 second added would be enough, because then it's like another one of these late game things.
No, like it like goes back down. Like the charges still decrease. Like it goes from 5 seconds to 8 seconds, and then after that usage, you go back to 7, 6, and then 5.
Yeah, of course. But I think just 1 second per recipe or something.
Oh my god! Could you imagine being like in a 2-hour minute game and people are just like rebuying?
or just buying so many recipes that they end up with like a 20-second BKB. I think you'd have to cap it back at 10, I suppose.
Yeah, just like permanent spell immunity.
Yeah.
Clutch Gamers opting for a little bit of a non-standard opening here. The Veno is not something we've seen picked up too much. They have ran it before. They do like to actually run Bristle with the Veno, do the Bristle Oracle combo. I think they actually ran a Viper with it as well once.
Oh, yeah. So, like doubling down on the cancer almost, Venomancer and Viper. It can be quite effective in this mid-game timing, where you have the wards going at max level that are very hard to deal with. And the Viper hits that same kind of timing. You can just fully down towers if the enemy doesn't have wave clear or whatnot.
Yeah, the way they kind of ran it is that they got Veno to kind of set up the Plague Ward wall, and then Viper just kind of stood front hitting buildings, and people were like, oh,
what do we do?
We don't want to initiate onto Viper.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, they grab up the Sand King again. HappyFeet, they like their Sand King as well, but they opt to go for the Rubik here. I think Rubik's fairly strong up against both of these heroes. If you steal Plague Wards, then you get the Poison Sting on top of it. So see how Clutch reacts here.
Yeah. We've seen Rubik do quite a bit of work earlier. I believe for Clutch Gamers in that second game, even though they lost it, Rubik was played by Fly Solo. It was one of the best Rubik games ever. Gato was saying how no matter what lane he went to, he always had good spells to steal. So maybe this one turns into a similar situation. Like ideally you'd have with the Gale from the Venomancer or the Burst Strike from the Sand King.
What do you think? Is it going to be the Bristle?
I don't think so.
No.
Radiant team pick.
I'm almost certain they'll go Bristle after the Silencer pick. They just love the hero so much.
They could really use someone that can actually sit in the middle of a team fight and doesn't die immediately, because right now Silencer, Sand King, Venomancer, all of them relatively squishy if they're caught out.
5 seconds remaining.
The Silencer does offer a lot, though, in terms of like preventing that squishiness. If they get jumped on, you can just global, and then a lot of the burst damage is mitigated coming up. Granted, Puck can usually get off all of his burst combo before the global comes out.
Yep. In terms of Silencer, just really good counter to the Puck, just with all the silence, obviously. And Woodga making an appearance.
It is kind of nice for dealing with Veno. You can hook kind of people out of position into a location where you don't have to fight into the Plague Wards.
Or you can hook Venomounts into your team so you can press R and you all die. That's the alternative. That's a very real possibility. Even Pudge is level 6 and he gets the Dismember off, that just gets cancelled by the global ult, by the silence ult. Then you press R, press Q, and then you just start taunting and throwing bananas everywhere.
HappyFeet have something up their sleeve here. Or maybe like up their sock, down their sock. I guess if their name's HappyFeet and you want to make the dad joke correctly, but like they're hiding a lot of their picks here. Like you don't like pick Pudge Rubik and then like, you know, just like pick standard heroes. Like this has got to be something like an Alchemist Lifestealer combo coming up here where they like eat the Pudge, have the... You think I'm joking, but I'm really not here.
So Lifestealer goes Radiance, eats the Pudge who has like the rod going, then he infests into a creep, then you have this AoE monster walking around or what.
Or maybe it goes fun.
I wonder if this is like maybe a draw strat even. Like you have the puck on the field.
It's been banned. Clutch.
Oh yeah. Oh, the draw. Sad face.
I would have thought it smart as well. They could go Ursa, but Ursa just kited way too much here.
I think maybe just Juggernaut.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Juggernaut build Mental Diffusal, Mentor off the Silence, and Diffusal Blade great against the Sven just to purge off that armor buff up from the Warcry. I think this could be a good choice here.
I think it's a meme draft from HappyFeet. I really do. I think they're going to throw us something that we don't expect, like I don't know, Pugna or.
I know about the Pugna in this game. I know. Like if it's not a meme draft, then Juggernaut would have been the best choice, I think, for a lot of reasons. Also, healing ward just against the damage over time is super useful to have, but the Bristleback instead for themselves. Huh.
I guessed the right hero just for the wrong team.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna get kited like crazy, isn't he?
10 seconds
I don't. They need something to kind of stand up near the front and like to kind of push Clutch away.
Yeah.
They need damage though, like some physical damage, something that clicks heroes. Ideally.
Yeah.
Because they have like the good burst from Puck and lockdown from Pudge and Rubik can disrupt things and Bristleback can tank, but who's going to scale into any type of mid or late game position for them at this point?
Yeah.
I think the Weaver ban is really good from Clutch Gamers, like preemptively here. Great potential to deal lots of damage into these heroes.
Yeah. Would the Juggernaut even be enough, or is it just too little in the scaling?
Radiant team
I think it would work. It's kiteable though, right? Like there's enough here that it's just like scary to fight into regardless of what you pick. Like maybe you go like Puck offlane and run OD in your middle lane. Like that seems doable for damage. And then you've got the tank and the control factors there. And Astral's fairly strong.
I can see that, yeah. Astral also set up for the Pudge.
Mm-hmm.
In the laning stage. I can definitely see that. Other than that, maybe if you really hell-bent on just running the Bristol offlane. Okay, I was gonna say Medusa. I was gonna say maybe Luna or something like that, but I guess Medusa is that kind of hard carry, but there's some mana drain from the silencer, a lot of safe damage coming out from Clutch Gamers.
I think it's the like, you don't want to fight into us and we don't want to fight into you, so we're going to pick the heavier carry or like the harder carry, because you don't want to try to like push into Medusa Mystic Stake and her ultimate up. Like HappyFeet will just kind of sit back, let Medusa and Bristle kind of push out waves or siege accordingly while they go for Pudge hooks. And then we get the Storm Spirit. Oh my goodness.
I don't necessarily even see Medusa being impossible to deal with in the late game. Sven can do a ridiculous amount of damage if he just gets a lockdown onto Medusa, so she'll buy Lincolns, so that will have to be triggered.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of Lincolns popping. I guess Silencer has his last word. You've got Burrow Strike, you have Stormhammer and Vortex, but otherwise,
Can still do as a Sven is if Medusa stands next to creeps, can just stun one of the creeps and still get the AoE, and then right click away, try and burn away all the mana just with pure damage output. With more Medusa, I can press that ultimate.
What you can also do is build 4 staff on Sven, 4 staff Medusa before you stun her, or 4 staff a creep beside her, and then stun the creep. Instead of popping the Lincolns, you can 4 staff.
I think you'd rather just build a halberd instead. But keep that possibility in mind with the 4-star plays.
Or just go for your Orchid Bloodthorn build. It's fairly strong on Sven.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily need the mana burn. I don't think they can just straight up out damage the Medusa's mana shield. Connection failure. Returning to matchmaking. Oh my god,
Happy be annoying. They're all disconnected.
Apart from Medusa.
No. You were saying. What's happening?
Everyone's DC'd.
Are we remaking? Oh yeah, lobby rehosted. Alright, all pick remake, guys.
Alright.
Something has gone amiss.
I leave game. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright.
Game mode all pick.
I'm
waiting
looking
for it to come back up. I don't think it's up yet. Well, we had a Chinese caster in talking about how maybe it's not supposed to be there. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna throw it back to a short break, back to the music while we figure this out. So, should be ready to go as soon as the lobby's back up. Alright, gotta try again. The draft is really fast. Can you still remember all the heroes, Mr. V?
Oh god, definitely no. Alright, who do we have for clutch schemers here? They had Venomancer, I believe.
Yeah, Venom sounds I put you on the spot, but now I put myself on the spot as well, because I can't remember the other ones. Sven? There was a Sven and a Sven King, okay.
Yeah.
Venomancer and Sven.
I don't remember strength heroes. Unless Fitzpudge.
Or Bristleback.
No, because I had like predicted for like 2 hours, right?
2 hours
So
ago,
I'm trying to like hide the fact that I predicted it for the wrong team, so I just don't bring up the hero at all.
But I predicted Pudge 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of like how when you show up late for class and your teacher's like, you're late, and you're like, no, I'm early for tomorrow. And then they look at you and they're like, and then you just sit down and then they don't know how to respond and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Just gotta throw people off enough.
Cool thing is we get this cool versus screen again. Do so with the action pose. Amazing. Doesn't have an arrow on the bow though, which is a bit of an issue. Kind of want to have arrows.
It's for safety regulations. When they take photos of people with bows, no arrows are allowed.
All pick.
Is that actually a thing? I would imagine it would be in some
Of course not. You know me.
Prepare for battle.
Right?
Like maybe sometimes, like,
come on, run him down. Yeah.
That is an easy kill, isn't it? If he just were to walk and instead of trying to right click.
Yeah, I'm sure running into their team.
Well, he's gonna get it too. Oh no, he's not committing for it. Come on.
If he would have stayed on him with the rot, I think he could have got it.
Yeah.
Oh, he had boots too. Oh, that would have been easy. Yeah, report Pudge. Jules, you were a disappointment. I was excited about the Pudge pick. You even got the fancy cosmetic of Slug.
Yeah, it's GG for clutch gamers now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
30 seconds to battle.
This cosmetic though, it's so disgusting. Like, just imagine having a big old slug as long as your arm sitting on top of you. Ugh. Want to look at it.
I know exactly what I'm getting you if you come to TI this year.
God damn it. Well, I am coming to TI, so... That's on you to actually come through with that. Thing is, how I know you actually will be, so... I'm slightly scared now.
Dude, I like clean up shit on a daily basis at work. I'm sure I can handle a slug or two.
Right. CG with the early smoke rotation towards the middle lane. Is Medusa, so rather vulnerable to this kind of movement. Zone from HappyFeet already ready to respond to it, so if Ben Hur is going into river as he is right now, I should be caught off guard by this. He will be, yeah. Barely has vision of it now. The burst strike to start off with, follow up with the last word, a couple of body blocks, a couple of right clicks, but they... Are they not messing up? Alright. First blood plus 2 for Fly Solo. All is well. And, no, this wouldn't have been first blood if Jules got the first blood earlier.
You know, you're just looking at it the wrong way here. Meanwhile, bottom lane.
Oh, this is gonna be rotted down. A couple of right clicks. One more quill spray from Jo, finishing that one off. Almost dies to the tower if it wasn't for himself, but yeah, he'll be fine.
With the changes to... Oh,
wow, what? Did he get puck? Alright. Shouldn't really be, happen, I guess.
Alright, so last word. Does it still slow? I'm pretty sure it still slows, but it's just not on the tooltip.
It doesn't slow. Why would it slow?
Because it used to slow.
It doesn't slow anymore. You said it used to slow, that's the past tense. Doesn't slow anymore, dude. Slows on the Arcane Curse.
No. I'm not convinced. I think Silencer's still bugged. Middle
And
lane.
we're gonna go again, but this time with a mana shield. A little bit more tricky to actually accomplish that. What do you think about his Venomancer going wards first? Like in this
He's
offlane
just
position.
anticipating that he's gonna have to jungle eventually.
I don't think he'd go like Poison Sting lane too, because you spam the wards, it's just free extra
middle.
money. I'm gonna
DD.
go again. Ben Hur will be right click down to lift up on the Sanking on behind the tower, but the tower's actually not focusing him, but nice little hook onto Jules. Boomback's not enough mana for another burst strike, so that'll be that. But Jules managed to beat a trade here with another right click, denies himself. Just barely not enough power for armor to put him across the edge.
I really want Silencer to cast Silence. Last word on puck here. Do it.
Not yet.
So I'm gonna watch that movement speed on the stats. You know I am going to.
Rappy got hooked again down bottom. Slowed down, it should be a dead one. Lucio eating one of his precious mangoes, but Jules actually could not keep up with this guy. Guess he couldn't. Slowed down, but a poison sting, so Rappy he'll still die. Another hook. A lot of action on the lanes. Well, there he is. Deny again, come on. It's so bad, but yeah, Puck
Puck is
now.
done.
He is dead.
Strange transformation.
+6, 3 minutes in.
Seems
I'd
good.
be happy with that. Middle lane, man. What's wrong with these lanes? Are people just like, let's fight, let's go, boys?
The stick charges should be fine this time, but because of no mana on Storm Spirit. But yeah, I mean, they're not letting up. This is SEA Dota in a nutshell. Happy just
Sure, these aren't
spamming
German
freaking
teams?
winning wards. Those aren't German teams, no. I would know.
I know you would know.
I mean, everyone would know because the reality is there are no German teams at this level of play. The closest is Penta with 2 Germans in one team, and this is already a lot.
That pause. Middle lane, they scouted out. Strategic pause. The puppy pause.
Oh, at least they're taking it with a smile. Armel will be able to dodge it.
Now, did he dodge it because of the pause? Or just haphazard that Venomancer decided to watch the mini-map?
I can't. No, I don't know, dude. Can't tell you that.
Alright.
Top lane, there we go. Silence, last word. He cannot join to the orb. Silencer. Talked about a pretty great counter. Jules will be able to trade perhaps here. Jacko. Well, is Puck actually not going to die to this? Oh, he's alive? No. Oh, the very last tick. Are you kidding me? At the very least, Jules was able to make a trade and walk away.
Alright. So I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say Valve needs to fix a few things regarding passives, as we have Sven being gone
back.
on. He needs to get the hook. You want to go for that
He hooked
kill?
already? Oh no, he didn't hook. He just walked up, lifted back.
Yeah. Or I think he hooked and then clarityed or something. Alright, getting back to my point here.
I'll have to
Oh
cut
my
you off.
God.
Smoke rotation mid again. Looking for Ben Hur down to half health, half mana. They can
He's
just
fine.
and no slow by the way. We're coming in now, and
No, it's gotta pop first, and then it will slow.
No, he's dead.
Alright, it looked like it didn't slow there, but I need full confirmation of no arcane curse and the last word to pop for the slow. But
Waiting for you to
Clutch
say
Gamer-
screw it. I'm going through the practice lobby now. Screw this cast. Just waiting for that. Wouldn't put it past you, to be honest.
You know, you're not wrong here. In either case, I was going to make a point about passives, and that I think all passives should be toggleable. So that means Luna Glaive, Sven Cleave, maybe not stuff like Bloodseeker Thirst, but like the ability to like turn off these wave pushing abilities.
Yeah. Very useful indeed.
It has its pros and cons. Like it is a balance because now the carries are forced to push the lane their cleaves.
Well, they're gonna go again. The slow, the stun, the silence. Should be able to finish them off, and they do with the big old swipes. The ultimate committed from Sven. They might be able to use a little bit of that to put on some damage to the tower too.
Very inefficient use of salve to use it while he has gone strength up. Tisk tisk.
He's still close to full health, so whatever.
Yeah, it really
Like,
doesn't
doesn't really matter whatsoever. He also has some life
but
steal.
my efficiency though.
Bottom lane Boomax might actually be in trouble if he gets hooked back. Jules is there. Jao's in the way. There it is. Missed it.
No, he landed it, just not on the right thing.
Yeah. That's my point. God damn it, Mr. V. Saying how I might regret having you on. We're rapidly
Well, that was a
approaching that
given.
point.
Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Alright, Jaos, on the bristle, what's their plan here? Are they just hoping Medusa can farm up? Kinda be a factor in this game? Because Jaos just kind of tanking up here.
I mean, what other plan is there if you draft the Medusa?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Like, you
I don't know.
can't go for mid-game timing, surely. Not really. I mean, it's just a matter of clutch gamers being able to get some momentum of their own. I mean, Stormsword has really been shut down.
Bottom lane.
63 last hits, but they find hope this time.
You get it?
Yep, just at the edge.
Oh
Dire's
yeah.
middle tower is
Nice.
under attack.
But yeah, Ben-Hur has 3 deaths, but Stormsword he has 3 kills, so Armel having a good game, and a farm Stormsword can just take over the entire game if you let him. And on top of that, the Sven who has even more last hits. Such gamers are on a very good path to just close out the game before Ben-Hur can really be something to worry about.
Yeah, for sure. They do have to watch out for, I guess, the kind of slingshot effect that you can have with Pudge in the game, as we have this deep smoke around. Global up? How are they planning this?
Oh, global.
They really want...
They just want Ben-Hur who's all alone. Pops the ultimate though on Boombax. Still gets the stun off. Turns himself into stone. Armel has to wait out a little bit, but now can easily zip in and finish off. Perhaps or
Good
he's
lift.
trying to. Yeah, good lift to keep him back. Another zip forced out. Ben-Hur stick charges now, keeping him alive. And now all of a sudden Armel in the wrong side of town. The hook actually catches him, dragging him back with no mana. Absolute
God.
disaster. Tried to make this an easy pick-off again on Ben-Hur as it did so often this game.
Oh,
But that
top
lift
lane,
and that
is
hook
Puck
coming
gonna go
back.
for this? Oi.
That is obviously Dash nuts. Yeah, it's actually might be able to get the kill, and he is. Echo, what a player.
That was so close. Like if Puck had landed his silence, could have gone the other way just as easily.
Well, back in mid, more action happening. Boomax swinging through the waves as Armor comes back.
Radiant's top
Venomata taking that space to just farm up and keep the pressure up in the bottom lane.
Fail build? Yeah, fail build.
Yeah, pretty good. Fail,
Strong.
maybe 4 stuff. Sometimes Silver Crest.
This Pudge is doing work though. He does have his ultimate up. Can land the hook here. They scanned out the Veno.
He has
is
a
a big
bunch of
kill.
wards. He has a bunch of
He's
wards.
got so
spamming
much
up.
levels though.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
You
attack.
don't want to go in this area right now. He has his ultimate, he has his Q to throw, he does see jewels, he might just be able to juke it out.
Radiant's bottom tower.
To go into fake and go for the hook. That's what I would do.
I don't think he would have been able to get the kill.
Start the TP, let him walk up towards me, cancel, hook, ultimate, kill him.
Not the case. Bit of a smoke rotation here, fly slowly. Does have that global silence available now, so this would be a good time if you find somebody. Have that extra vision up on the high ground, setting up for this tier 1 tower push if they really want
Don't
to.
have epicenter though.
Want to kill Ben Hur, they need something else with that. That they're going towards the park. This could be big here. Silence coming through. The hook comes out. No silence being held onto it. It got the kill anyway. Ben Hur making an appearance.
Ooh,
Just gonna leave it at that. Now Jules can find another hook. 1 second. Think it's out of range. Unless Jacko just walks right in. He misses the hook. It's being sidestepped as he gets stunned up. Follow up from the burrow strike. +2. 12 intelligence for silencer. So 1 intelligence per minute. Exactly where you want to be.
That's very good. And Storm's going to get this regen rune.
Oh no.
I think nothing's really going on bottom. Jail's just farming up wards. I'm accustomed to this, Clutch Gamers. I was complaining that you were not letting me speak earlier, but you got me accustomed to a continual action.
Oh.
Sven blink? Okay, yeah, here we go, boys.
Oh. Don't need much more. Mask Madness, blink.
Warcry, get back to base. My efficiency. Shred swap and do it.
Still using Mask Madness. Oh no, Jacko.
Can I report people?
I don't think you can.
Alright. View profile. I can go to Steam profile and report them.
Yeah. Boomax runs right into Jules. Let's have another hook available now. Lands it. First strike comes through before the dismember, so there'll be that. Golden wards here from Jesse Vash. That's pretty good. Blind up poison sting.
You can just like.
Not playing global silence here. They're looking for the puck. Easy kill. One more right click. That is. Well, only part of the experience on that one. And now Ben Hur. He's just been farming the jungle the entire time. The funniest thing is, with that, he's been able to catch up to where his Bristleback is. Who's had 2 kills and no deaths.
Fair enough. Sven and Storm are leading the charts by a respectable margin, though. As Bristle will be so tanky, and like all their damage is going to be like mitigated by the Bristleback. Like the actual passive.
Yep. Oh, Jules has himself a haste rune, so he plays around a little bit as the rest of his team sets up in. Rubik, of course, with stolen wards. Makes us a little bit easier on this tier 1 tower, trying to finish it off. Solo's there, the rest of his team, or most of his team, around.
We got the hook. What do you say? Is he going to land this hook or no?
No.
Alright, so that was slightly delayed there. Questionable.
Well, Jayo doesn't care, he's just base tanks it. Looking for this last hit on the tower, but Boomik can just easily just first strike him up. Well timed with a hook. Now Yash making an appearance, throws on the coil, flies solo. He's going to die here. He'll also be able to finish the tower.
Top lane, Armel putting pressure there.
Yeah. I mean, could Clutch Gamers have committed to a fight there if they had everyone there?
I don't think they want to yet. Like, they're still a ways off their kind of core item timing. Sven does have his Blink Dagger, which he's going to use on a... That was a Rubik at one point.
Now it's just a pile of blood and bones.
I don't think he'd be that bloody. Rubik's quite skinny. Probably just robes. Kind of more Obi-Wan Kenobi style death.
Well, they get that. Bit of pressure down bottom, trying to finish off this tier 1 tower. Same time, HappyFeet is in place up
straight
top.
Bloodstone. He doesn't even have treads.
Oh wow. He had Arcane Boots, I think. Yeah, he had Arcane Boots.
Yeah.
Using those for a little bit, disassembling into quick Bloodstone. He's already got that extra charge. And
that value.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Vash sitting on the sides.
Did they see Medusa here?
I don't know, they're looking for the tower instead. I think they see... Yeah, they figure out that Jet Bash is down here, but more TPs, the coil comes through, but look, hooks on a puck, Global Silence comes out, making it so much easier. 2 heroes down, just like that, fight solo. He's just tangoing with the Pudge as well as Medusa now, so he might be A little bit of trouble. This Jayo, they're gonna have to kite him around. Fly solo, right click down, another hook onto the creep here. See, they've been following him. Still the own charges canceling each other out. Will probably not die to this, but I don't even know. Going back into this, so that might be barely out of range of that. The hook will land on the Boomax. Gus get another strike off Jacko with the right clicks, but Ben-Hur barely able to get his ultimate off. Trying to lay some clutch gamers here, but Jacko, well, he has a DD room to work with, plus his ultimate. There's no running away from this. Even Jayo.
Let the bloodstone
He will end up
charges
falling.
begin.
Up to 17 here. It was a full 5-man wipe. This took so long that 2 heroes from HappyFeet already respawned.
Oh, Sven DD. Ouch. That hurts.
It's a great victory that they've won.
Well, it's not victory yet, but, you know, they're in a
that
good
team
spot.
fight, they were the victors in that team fight.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree.
Just gotta put it in context.
Alright, sounds fair.
Might put Jules in mid lane here with this wraparound. Jacko's there, stun. Couple of right clicks, follow from Armel, add another one to the Bloodstone. 18 charges, not even 18 minutes in. Looking pretty good.
30 regen a second is good, I will say.
What does HappyFeet do now to try and stabilize? I mean, you have a Bristleback who
Medusa.
can kind of run around, but yeah, there's really nothing else, is there?
No, there is no plan 2. There's a Medusa. You have to play around her. There is no escaping it. When you pick the hero, there isn't a, oh, I'm gonna go Shadow Blade, Dagon Medusa, and create space. It's we're playing a Medusa game. Time to get some right-click damage, some survivability.
Well, at least for now, they still have some space with both tier 1s in the other lane still up and running. But just a matter of time until that changes. They have another global silence now. And HappyFeet are very far away from getting items to counter that out. No Yule Scepter, as Park is still working in a blink. No Manta Style, as Lincoln Spheres. The choice for Medusa first. Well, fine the silencer here though, so that's not ideal.
Maybe if you kill Silencer, you should get back 2 of your int.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, maybe not.
I think it's also a balancing issue.
Yeah. You also have to take into account that the Veno is like going to be a big factor this game for clutch gamers. Like comparatively farm, look at his farm versus the puck, it's almost double.
So
and a lot of that is
short with now.
Yeah, a lot of that too is, you know, adding stuff to his team. The utility of a Force Staff, the armor reduction of a medallion, the amplification of Veil of Discord. Like, Sand King normally is just like, oh hey, like, I deal good damage. With Veil on your Veno, it's just like, wow.
What do you think about the Sand King going straight axe instead of the Blink Dagger?
I think this is a player preference thing. I'm of the opinion that the Blink Dagger is better if you can get it, but if you are unsure about your capacity to farm up both, like all the components, sometimes it's better just to get that Tranquils into point booster, as Jayo is
the fight breaks out, they blink right in front of him, a couple right click films silence to cover. Now the Rappy's ultimate, they finish off the tankiest target first, Ben-Hur. Still his ultimate to throw out, so that's the next one they have to deal with, but they'll just walk away. Got what they came for now, Epicenter being channeled, Boommax of course, without a Blink Dagger cannot actually do anything with it.
He got
the fact that he just remembered. Great. Jules trying to hook the tower away. Unable to do so.
I don't think he was trying to do that, but okay. I trust your judgment.
Well, there was a time in Dota you could like use the Chronosphere and Fissure to move the Ancient back to the fountain.
What?
Yeah, I think I saw a video once like that on Navi's channel.
You know, of all the channels in Dota 2 to post exploits, it's gonna
would be Navi, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Hashtag just TI things.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 fountain hooks, never forget.
Radiant's top tower.
Are they allowed to do that? Anyway, in
Well,
this
they
game,
are.
all we have is Medusa, not too much cheese beyond that. Gonna go for Roche, yeah. But this amount of minus, I'm a medallion on the personal pack. Clutch gamers. Circling around the pit here, they know this is going on, it's down to half health. They have no global silence for another 40 seconds, they do not have any of their ultimates really apart from the Sven. He pops it now, he finds a double stun here, 1 and 2! Just like that, before Ben-Hur can even press his ultimate, but now, well, Sven has to try and stop from being turned into stone before he can continue to right click here, heal some of that mana back, but the rest of CG, well, they're just happy, and Medusa just doesn't have the damage to follow. It's a full 5-man wipe, triple kill for Jacko. An easy Roshan to boot. Clutch Gamers just in a commanding position in this game.
Great patience and play by them, and Jacko just saw the initiation there and was like, oh, I can win the game for my team. Let's do it.
Just without Global, without Poison Nova, without Epicenter, they have all of these tools available now. That, top of the 24, Bloodstone Charge, Storm Spirit with an Orchid at the ready. This game over already? I mean, what's to stop Clutch Gamers from just going high ground?
There is nothing stopping them. Medusa and Bristler are dead for 10 seconds. This tower's gone before they even respawn.
Yeah. 20 seconds till another ultimate comes through. Amal coming in to try and counter initiate, gets sounds up, and now the global silence. Turn things around. Pudge used to be there. Deep in from jail, it's kind of a hard kill to get at the best of time still. And Clutch Gamers playing it safe. No reason to overextend.
There's plenty of reason. I want to go get tea.
I also need to go to the store. I'm not getting to do that anyway. Well, just yet either. Just yet anyway. I'm messing up my words.
The death pings by Puck.
Yeah.
Just
Where's
know
my
someone's
save?
a little tinted. Okay, there's the Aghanims up on Boombacks.
Raise range on a Burrow Strike. Almost as much as the Blink Barrow. So. Would you still go back to the Blink afterwards now?
So in this game, I'd say no. In this game, I'd probably go for something like Yule's, or even like Pipe. Yeah, Force-Staff Pipe. Just some utility to help you siege uphill into Medusa.
Yeah.
Medusa is magical damage.
Being pinked out on the bottom might be in a lot of trouble going forward. Just farming up the camp. Burrow Strike, not quite in range. Oh, misses it actually. Ben on the side trying to TP away, but Amal is there. Cancel the.
Oh!
He did it wrong! No!
Did it wrong.
Reported.
I think if you're Storm, the only like recovery from this is to suicide. Using Bloodstone. And just like say, you know, GG, go next.
So what you do to cover is you mess up that way, then you suicide, then you pause, you say sorry hotkeys.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
And you say like, alright, no, it's the settings that I messed up, not me. But yeah, gonna try again on a safe target that doesn't have. Oh, he messed that up too. Because he wanted to like let the Orchid pop him off, but then the 6 hours put him with the edge, so his Ghoul still survived that one.
Sven's like, okay, what? I got a dataless. Swap it out for Echo. I think you activate Mask of Madness and then swap it out for Echo Saber.
Mask of Madness lasts for like 8 seconds, and you have a 6-second cooldown. Not really worth it. When the fight breaks out, Global Silence and just annihilate Ben-Hur. Going for the next target here. It's Bristleback. Proves to be a little bit tankier, but it's not doing nearly enough damage. Follow up Burst Strike on the Puck. Nice little defensive hook, but damage is only been done. Jesse Bash. Next one on the list. He got a Zip of Zone, but Burst Strike. But GG it's called. There's no way you win this fight. There's no way you hold on to your Brax.
Yeah. I don't think that was a fight at all. I think that was just a slaughter as soon as that Sven blinked in. Well played by Clutch.
Yeah, came into their own. A bit of a rough series earlier. But this game up against HappyFeet, pretty strong. Pretty good performance here in both games.
And that will be... So they lost game 1, right?
They lost to Young Minds.
Mm-hmm.
Young Minds are up at 6 points now. HappyFeet will still remain at 6 points, and Clutch Games only have 3s. Clutch Games lost to Execration, lost to Young Minds. Won against HappyFeet. They have one more game tomorrow up against Team Moogle. They should be able to win this one, because Moogle is sitting at 0 points right now, one of the weakest teams here as it turns out. And then Execration versus Young Minds. Could be interesting. So Clutch Gamers don't win against Moogle tomorrow. They're definitely out of contention. They do win, then we might see some tiebreakers. Unless Young Minds somehow wins against Execration and they're through alongside them.
For some reason, I don't see that happening. Execration has been playing really well, but it could happen. Like, there have been bigger upsets in the history of Dota 2.
Yeah. Something to look forward to. That'll happen tomorrow at the same time, 1700 and 2000 Singaporean time, or 1100, 1400 Central European time. And I don't know about you Americans.
It's past our bedtime.
Past bedtime, at the very least on the West Coast.
I think it's like something like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m.
It's 3 a.m. on the West Coast and 5 a.m. and stuff like that. I believe 5 a.m. starting, the first game starting at 5 a.m. on the East Coast.
You know, for us night shift nurses, it doesn't really matter because we're not normal people.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, anyway, Mr. V. Yeah. Thanks very much for joining. It's been a lot of fun, as always.
Thanks for having me on.
Go ahead, follow him on Twitter at MrV.Dota2. You can also follow me if you enjoyed the cast at DragonDropDota. And if you did enjoy the cast, you could follow me and flame me on Twitter as well. But yeah, that's us done for today. Once again, thank you guys very much for watching and see you tomorrow.